Today we're being joined by the newest West Coast Eagles AFLW recruit, Ali Drennan. Ali, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no worries. How you going?
Not bad, thanks, you.
That's good.
That's good. So, obviously, you joined the Eagles in the previous trade period. What prompted the move to join the Eagles after being at the Suns for a fair bit?
Yeah, look, I enjoyed my time at the Suns. It was really good, like especially during COVID. To move up there and the weather, you can't beat that weather up on the Gold Coast. But just ready for a change. Just ready for something different, new experience, and also getting Daisy Pearce as a coach is just going to be just like an amazing opportunity. So I've watched a couple of the watching them play at the back end of the season, the Eagles. I just thought they had so much potential and talent, and I'm just like super excited to join that impressive group.
Was the move an easy one, or was it something that you had to ponder over for a little bit?
Yeah, definitely had to ponder it over for a little bit. I've had a really good time at the Suns, so yeah, it was really difficult kind of thought process. But once,
sorry, that cut out. Thank you.
That's right. It was a difficult process to kind of think about. But once I came to that decision, it was just like, rightio, where do we want to go? What do we want to do? So, and West Coast just seemed like a really good fit. The staff and everybody just seems so good. And, the culture just seems like a really positive one. So I'm really excited to get there.
That's good. So who are you looking forward to watching or playing alongside at the Eagles in particular?
Oh gosh, a lot of people. I really like Dana Hooker. She cracks in pretty hard. She's kind of a little bit like me, slighter build, but it's good to see the skinny girls out there cracking in. She's got a lot of skill as well. Ella Roberts, obviously, like young talent. That's just watching her play, I was pretty blown away with her confidence in the way that she can just create, just create that run and carry and break the line. So I'm really excited to play with her. Gibbo up forward, she looks really impressive as well and can, snap some pretty handy goals. And there's a lot of players actually. Just watching them play, I was really, really impressed with the talent. I just, maybe they just haven't had the right formula, so far for them to be successful, but I can see a lot of potential. So that's why we wanted to go there.
So you expect to play a similar type of role as you did at the Suns in the midfield?
Yeah, this year I played multiple roles. I played all over the park, but I think it'll be a little bit more steady next year, playing probably a little bit more midfield, and maybe just one other role, which would be good. Just probably a bit more mid time, which would be really good.
That's good. So when you were deciding to go to the Eagles, was there ever anyone else in the conversation, or was it purely just stay at Gold Coast or join the Eagles?
Yeah, no, there's a couple of teams we were looking at, but they all were really impressive as well. Like, I think the competition's just really lifting, and you can just tell that everybody's investing more money and more resources into their club. So everyone we talk to are just really blown away by the way that they're structuring their culture, the way that they're just getting things done. They're super organized and really good at communication. So it was a really hard decision, but that's a really good thing as well. We want the competition to get stronger and we want to be to be more competitive. So that's a really good thing.
So you've played 52 games so far and 4 clubs now, and how did the opportunity first off come about to play at North Melbourne at the very first club you played with, and what got you into footy as well?
Yeah, well, I came home from America, and I was playing college basketball and track and field over there. And I came back and played a little bit of basketball, and I don't know, it just didn't really feel the same. It wasn't quite, as professional as it was in America. And so, there was a tryout for footy just down the road. So, my husband encouraged me. He's like, "Oh, you should give that a try now. You've done a couple of other sports. Why not give that a try?" And just from doing that little fitness, it was pretty much just a fitness day kind of thing. And they were just like, "Oh, you're fit, so do you want to come down and do the St Kilda Academy?" And then at that point, St Kilda didn't have a team, so I was playing VFL for the Saints, and yeah, just I had a couple of really good games at the very beginning, and I think I just got the ball a lot because I was fit, and yeah, it's not I caught North Melbourne's attention, so ended up going there, and that was a really good experience. Like they had some really good players, and they still do. They've retained a lot of those really good players on their list. So yeah, that was just an amazing experience to get to play with all those girls and to have that really good leadership as well. So yeah, it was I only went back to St Kilda because I'd played VFL there and I felt some sort of loyalty. But otherwise, I would have stayed with North because that was a really good club.
Yeah. So obviously playing in the Gold Coast this year, how did you think the team went? Obviously made the finals for the first time. How do you think they went overall?
Yeah, good. I mean, like we just added so much more depth to our team this year. Mira Gervin, she was new this year. Little Neve McLaughlin as well. So we added a little bit more depth, which really helped with moving the ball up the field and just putting a bit more pressure on as well. And Mira's obviously really good at intercept marking. So yeah, I thought it was a best year for our team performance because in the past it had been relying on fewer individuals, but this year it was definitely more of a group effort. So that was really encouraging and exciting to see.
Who's one player in the competition that you enjoy watching and try and, I suppose, model your game off type as well?
Oh gosh. Well, look, I think everybody's really unique. So, like, I think I take parts of people's games that I really like, but yeah, there's so many players. I mean, I love Jasmine Garner, the way she just looks so cruisy, but just is able to just pick up the ball so easily. Everybody else seems to be scrambling around the ball, and she just comes past cruisy, picks it up, effortless, and she's just such a smooth kicker. And then, I love the way Conti can dodge and weave around a contest and just use her basketball agility and just run in all different angles to create. That's always really exciting to watch. And there's so many. There's probably like one or two on every team that I probably watch and just go, hey, you're amazing. So I mean, that's the way the competition's going now too. There's just so many more good players being developed. So it's really good. Every time I step out in the field, I'm always like, oh, she's really good. End up sort of watching them and being like, oh, I'll watch the film back and pick something up from her later because there's so many good players.
Obviously, Danielle Ponte kicked a terrific goal at the start of the year from the centre square and might have had a bit of luck. Do you think you'd be able to replicate that moment, or a teammate, or now a new teammate that would be able to replicate that, or thinks they could?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, you get a little bit of wind behind you, and then a lot of the girls, the techniques, getting so much better with their kicking and the strength in the gym as well. Like, for sure, I think you're going to start to see girls kicking it from 50, and being more consistent as well. We're going to start to see, just more impressive performances from individuals. The more you play, the more that we put time, energy, resources into the competition, it just lifts. So, yeah, definitely going to see more exciting moments.
Any nicknames you get given that you like or dislike?
Oh boy. Well, I go by Dreno, but which I do like that. Or probably Pest. I get Pest a lot. I'm always annoying people. I get Ranger a bit, obviously, because of the red hair. But
yeah,
that's they're just picking on your appearance, aren't they?
Yeah.
But no, I think I just get called Dreno. Really, that's about it. But
that's good.
yeah, I've been called Mandarin in the past because of the red hair, which is pretty funny. Yeah, so anyone who was at the Saints, anyone who was Mandarin, anyone who had red hair was Mandarin. So yeah, Amanda.
Any coaches' pets while you're at the Gold Coast? Was there any particular coach's pet?
Oh, there's a couple of girls who are well behaved, so I'd probably say that I'm always like, oh, you're a coach's pet or whatever. Bess Keeney's probably one of those girls who's well behaved and does what the coach says. Yeah, she's not going to, kick the ball at them while they're not looking or something like that. I'm probably a bit more of a prankster. I'm always playing a bit more pranks and stuff on the coaches. So,
Okay.
Yeah, and she's probably one that's not. So she's a good girl. But yeah,
That's
I think you got to keep things a bit fun sometimes. And if you, I don't know, I probably get a little bit distracted easily. So that's one way I try and stay engaged, is just have a little bit of fun and do some silly things to just stay engaged. Yeah.
Okay, well, this question will be interesting then. What's something someone does at the club that you can't stand? Now, you say you're the one doing this type of stuff. So is there anything that someone does to you that you don't like?
I don't like it when they do what I do to them back. So whenever people tie their shoelace because there's like kind of kneeling on one leg, I push them over.
Yeah.
And if they're expecting the push, you just go over and pull them. So then they fall over. And then when they do it to me, it's really annoying. And I'm like, why did you do that? That's my
That's
trick.
fair.
So
See if that happens at West Coast then.
Hey?
See if that happens at West Coast then.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll just hold on to that one for a bit, and then I'll pull it out a bit later once I've got some friends.
Start off good. Any outside of
Sorry, anything?
any outside of footy interests?
Yeah, well, I do. Well, I have been working not too much actually towards the end of the footy season. I was a bit more focused on finals, but yeah, I was working on a RAP, reconciliation action plan for a company in Queensland called Exum, which is actually they do sports management now as well. They do a lot of building and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I was working on that, and that was really interesting, like a big learning phase for me. Yeah, just learning about all that kind of stuff. I think I probably didn't do the best job on the first rap we did, but it was a big learning phase. So I think, yeah, it can help the company with the next one. But as far as that, any hobbies? Just anything creative, really. Yeah, just always doing different artistic things. I was fixing up with renovating our house, and then yeah, and then just anything musical as well. Yeah, a couple of hobbies.
Nice. That's good. Any particular you mentioned about artists, so any particular drawings that you do as a hobby or full time or full on?
Yeah, well, sometimes I paint and draw and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think it's good to just bring out a different side of you. You know, sometimes it's good to crack in and smash some bodies at training, but then it's also good to, you know, exercise another side of your brain, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, just whatever, really. I just do whatever I feel like, which is good, because you're always doing what other people want you to do at footy, like do this squat, do that, do this gym exercise. So it's good to do something that you just want to do in your spare time.
Absolutely. Any favourite TV shows or movies in particular?
Oh, Ted Lasso. Hey, that's a ripper. Yeah, anything sporty docos. Yeah, what's the Redeem Team? That's a really good one on Netflix, and The Last Dance. I love all those sporting docos. Yeah, also cartoons. I love a good cartoon. Avatar. That's a ripper. I'm a bit of a big kid, so yeah, any cartoon.
What do you feel was the best individual game in the AFLW for any of the 4 teams you've been a part, or 3 now, going to be 4, that you've been a part of, that you feel the game that got you well known in the competition?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was I probably started to get a little bit of traction when I was at Gold Coast in my second year. You know, I had a couple of games where I got big disposals, and I think I was able to influence the game, and we were able to get the win as well. So I think that kind of got me a little bit of attention. What was that? Season 6, I think. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. It was probably like a big year for me. Yeah, establishing myself. And I think the last 2 years I've just been able to be way more consistent, which has been really good. Like I haven't fluctuated as much with games going up and down. So yeah, and just I think also probably my disposal efficiency, like the effectiveness of what I do with the ball, has really improved, and it's been a big focus for me. So yeah.
That's good. I was just going to ask you, what do you feel your biggest weapon or strength is as a footballer? But I guess what you just said there, disposal efficiency.
Yeah, I think it's something I've definitely had to work on, because I could not kick when I first started, and I just couldn't like see the game quick enough, because I was still trying to like focus so much on trying to get the ball to my foot, that I just wasn't able to see the game very well. So I think now I'm able to like run and carry a little bit more and look up the field and pick the target that I want, and now even execute that. So I think that's something that I've really, really improved on. But I think as far as weapon, it's probably just, I'm able to outrun most people that I play against. And then I can, my use of the footy by hand is really good and really quick.
That's good. Who do you feel is the best player in the competition? I know we kind of alluded to it before, but obviously this year the BNF was so tight. I know mine won by 7 votes, I think it was, but in general the season was pretty tight. Who do you feel the best player in the competition is in general?
Oh, definitely Jasmine Garner for me. Conti's obviously she's unreal as well. Like she, so good that she won that award this year too. But I just think Jasmine Garner, like just for her effectiveness, I know you shouldn't always look at the stats, but if you look at her stats, like her meters gained and her, she gets like a goal a game. She gets score involvements. Like she's just so effective. Yeah. So I think she just really pulls her team to get wins. And I think that's what an MVP does, is that they're able to influence their team to win every week.
Yeah, sure. Who loves the limelight, the attention, the camera? Well, I'm assuming I probably can only answer for the Suns for now, but who do you feel the Suns loves the limelight?
Oh boy, I think there's a few girls. Hey, there's a couple of peacocks in our team. Well, I think we did a personality profile, and there's a lot of girls that are on that have that personality where they're a real people person and they like the attention. So, gosh, who I can't even really think that. I know like Daisy Darcy undercut. She always likes the attention at training when she's doing silly things, and she kind of wants to catch your attention in a sneaky way. And so you look over there and then you laugh because she's fallen over or she's done something really silly. But yeah, she likes that kind of attention. But there's a couple of girls that when they set the camera up at training, they're pretty happy to be in front of that camera. So I think it's probably that young group that really likes that. But fair enough. It's exciting to be in this competition and get a little bit of attention. So yeah.
Sure. If you could poach any player or players from another club to join now West Coast, who would you poach and why?
Oh boy, you're giving me some hard questions. It's hard because you see a lot of girls in the way they are in the field, but you just don't know what kind of culture they bring to the club, because I think that culture piece is also so important to add to the team, and just to be a giving teammate. I think I'd poach Ree Watt because she's my best mate at Melbourne Demons Football Club, and she is the most elite person for culture. And she's just a good laugh as well. We'll just stick with that, hey.
Yeah, that's
Diplomatic
fair.
answer.
Sorry?
Diplomatic answer, hey.
Actually was at the Melbourne BNF, and she actually spoke. I can't remember what the award was, but it was basically an award about leadership and everything like that. But how you just described her, she was presenting the award for that, so that kind of fits and makes sense. And if she's running that award for what you just described her as.
Yeah, no, she's just one of the most amazing people I've met through sport. So, hopefully she gets into coaching or position where she can really influence the competition one day. She'd be so elite for the competition.
Who would you say is the toughest opponent you've ever had to match up on in all the years you've been in the competition?
Kathy Spark. She is a strong girl. I think, when she bodies up on you, I remember I tackled her one time and it was like tackling a pile of bricks. She's just a dense individual. And then I think I got up from that tackle and I'd corked my legs so bad and I was just limping all over the place. And I was like, oh, gee, it wasn't even worth it getting the ball back, honestly. But and she's just really fast too. I think I just caught her because she didn't know where I was. But but she is really, really tough. And if she's playing a tagging role on you, it's really, really difficult. But also fun, because you want that challenge and you want to be pushed by the best players. So yeah, she does a really good job on that.
Mark or goal of the year, which one would you rather do?
Oh, that's tough. I think because of the way I am, I think mark of the year, because I really do I love to jump and I love to fly up in the air, but I think that'd be really, really fun. A bit like Flying Ryan. That'd be really cool to take a big specky like him. But haven't managed to do it yet in the competition because I don't know how to land it very well. Nah, a bit scared. Hey, I gotta work on that one.
Fair enough. And plus, at least with the mark of the year, I suppose, if you're successful in taking a good mark like that, you at least, I'm assuming, you get a photo of it. A photographer should get it, and then you can use it as a picture to post about, I guess, or profile picture.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's probably true. You probably get that picture at the highest point rather than just the goal of the year you're just celebrating. Like no one's really Nah, mark of the year would be awesome.
Absolutely. Goals are great, and I personally would choose that myself, but at least with mark, as I said, profile picture. For a goal, you can't because it's obviously video.
Yeah, probably just you just doing the double fist and that'd be about it. Yeah.
That's right. So interstate trips, are you a fan of interstate trips?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I actually I like traveling. Yeah, like I don't enjoy sitting on a plane, but I like going somewhere. I've lived in America and we used to travel, once or twice a week, all the time. And we used to, go to all the way across the country. We even went to Hawaii, which is like I think it was a 6 or 7 hour trip from California. So like it doesn't really bother me too much. I think it's just making sure that you get there the night before is really awesome, and you can just get your body right before you go run out the next day. But it's just a mindset. You can easily just get there and push through those games. If you just keep it nice and loose and easy. Yeah.
Who's some players in the competition that you feel are a bit underrated that don't get talked about as much as they should?
Oh boy. Deary. Well, you've really stumped me on this one. Well, I'll go back to Jazzy Garner, but I do feel like she doesn't always get the focus that she deserves. I think the coaches and all that have given her, a big rap with the coaches awards and all that kind of stuff, and the AFLPA award and all that kind of stuff. But she definitely didn't really get a good count in the BNF, which was a bit surprising to see. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. Oh. Look, I think even in our team, probably like Claude's had a really good year, and that was really good to see. So I think when players come up and surprise the competition, it's really good when the commentators probably jump on board with that and be like, oh yeah, she's actually like having a really good year, and not just them talking about the same old people. But it's good when they can see that someone's up and coming and put in the work in the off season, and they're really producing good footy, and they're aware of that. Yeah.
Sure. Defenders, I feel like defenders deserve a bit more love. How do you feel that? Because with the midfielders, obviously the Brownlow or the whatever you want to call the BNF award is basically designed around mids, and even rucks get votes. The forwards clearly got their Coleman medal race. Do you feel the defenders deserve their own official title of an award in some degree?
Yeah, for sure. Now, I think like most awards, like BNF and the league BNF and all that kind of stuff, it always goes to mids. You're just thinking, oh, like how come no one else really gets a good rap? Hey, and they could have had a really good year. Like even a small forward, they're not going to get many goals, but they could have had a really good year setting up their tall forwards or just being a really good crumbing option. And defenders for sure. Like they save so many goals, and that person that's always getting those intercept marks in the back line is just it's so good, because every time the ball goes back there, you're like, oh my god, it's going to be a goal, and then they just pluck it out of the air and you can start your offense again. So for sure, probably should give the best intercept marker or something like that an award at the end of the year.
Sure. Now I'm going to wrap it up with a quiz, so I appreciate you coming on. Now what I do with this quiz, I give you three players, you get 2 clues, and then you get to guess it. If you get it wrong, you get a final clue, and then you have to get it for the second one. Now, no pressure. Everyone that I've done this with have not got a single question wrong, but they may have had some help. But how do you reckon you'd go? And is it going to be about West Coast players? So it's probably going to be the toughest one for someone because you've just moved clubs. So how do you reckon you'll go?
Not well, but we'll be right. Well, I think, school wasn't always something that I was super into, but let's do it.
All righty. Player number 1, the first 2 clues for this player are they are a utility player. This is West Coast players only, current players. They are utility, and they were a contender for the Rising Star this year. That's the first 2 clues. What do you reckon that is?
Was Charlie Thomas? Is she that young? She
No,
the second year.
no, it's not Charlie.
Who's the contender for
I'll give you
the
the next clue. One clue is their jumper number is number 4.
It must be. Is it Ella Roberts? Must be.
It is perfect. That's 1 for 1. Good job.
Well, kind of.
That-
I started with Charlie Thomas, so okay. Whew.
They're both. That's good. 1 for 1. Number 2. This player is a key defender, and their jumper number is number 3.
Oh my god, I don't even know jumper numbers yet. Key defender must be Charlie Thomas, yeah.
It is perfect. You didn't even need the next clue. That's 2 for 2.
Oh, thank God.
That's a good start. All right, the final one. This I'll explain after this how you answer this after this one. So, all right, this next one. This player has kicked 4 career goals, and they've played over 50 games in the competition.
Oh, well, that's got to be me.
Perfect. Some people always stumble the question on their own compared to about other people. So I'm glad you got that straight away. 3 for 3.
Oh, I need to kick some more goals, hey.
Oh, actually, personally, I thought you had more than that. But anyway, Ali, I really appreciate you coming on. All the best for the upcoming season with the Eagles. Hopefully it goes well for you. Appreciate you coming on.
Oh, thanks for that.
No worries. Cheers.